Don't date an individualist if you're incredibly family-centered. I think something that's not talked about enough in modern Western dating advice is the difference between someone who is family-centered and more individualistic. And there's terms that I've learned in school about this. I think it's like ethnocentrism, which is people who value more the community around them and it influences how they make decisions, and someone who is more individualistic. And individualistic gets kind of a bad rep, but individualistic means pursuing your dreams, even if it means that you're living far away from family that wants you to be closer. Being an individualist is not inherently a bad thing, but I think people don't really reflect enough on if their partner, especially in an early dating relationship, is more family-centered or individualistic. I think overall, a lot of people say things that they don't really mean and don't reflect how they actually act. So many people like to say that they're family-centered, they're a family man, they're good with family, but then once you hit crossroads in your relationship where it's like, are we going to stay long distance post-grad? Or are we going to move to the same city in pursuit of our relationship? And people's true colors begin to show. So I would say if you're at the beginning of your dating relationship, really observe when this man or this woman makes key decisions. To what degree do they weigh how it's going to affect the people around them versus their dream and ambition? And it obviously depends on the season of our life. I think some people are more willing to take bets and risks on themselves in their early 20s. I will say that I've observed this difference in my own family. I would say that I'm the most individualistic person. It doesn't actually make me a black sheep, but it's something I've noticed that sometimes my siblings and I disagree on decisions because I'm more individualistic. It doesn't mean that I don't care about my family. It just means if I see an opportunity or dream for myself that might lead to me disagreeing with my family, most of the time it's a decision that I'm willing to make. But if I'm dating someone, especially marrying someone who is incredibly family-centered, they make decisions almost very much based on what people in their life that they really value care about. And it doesn't actually mean that they're a people pleaser, but having that family harmony is important to that person. But if I date or marry someone like that, then our lives might be very strongly dictated by where my kids' grandparents are, or if their parents are sick, etc., etc. Obviously, right now I'm 19, I might be taking a stance that, I'm more individualistic than my siblings, but it might evolve later on. But this is something I wish that they taught us more in school and relationship books, so I wanted to share that philosophy and kind of encourage us all to reflect on if we're more individualistic or ethnocentric. Maybe there's some sort of quiz online. I'll try to find one. But this is something I'll definitely be taking in mind when I get into my first relationship.